So this is a quick and easy way to make some delicious blueberry muffins, but if you've ever made these out of the box, you'll know what I'm talking about. They kind of fall flat on their face. That looks as uninteresting as, well, watching the batter dry. So in this video, I'm gonna go over 3 super easy, quick ways to make these way better than they ought to be. And most importantly, until you learn to follow these steps, your muffins will taste dry and bland, or worse, your friends will be disappointed. So let's jump into this mix here, and make sure to stick around to the end of this video because I am going to show you a secret way to make these better than any store-bought muffin ought to be. So you'll see here, this mix more or less calls for a box of mix, 3 eggs, ½ cup of milk, and 1 1/4 sticks of butter. So to make this bag of mix really pop here, I'm gonna elevate it with some frozen blueberries. And then to add a little bit more acid, kind of make this whole thing pop, add more flavor, we're gonna use a little bit of lemon. However, I'm gonna show you a secret trick with this lemon that's really gonna make this whole thing come together. And then the topping on these muffins, well, it's about as interesting as, well, watching the muffins bake in the oven. So we're gonna make our own delicious topping for these muffins using a little bit of brown sugar and some chopped walnuts. Super simple, and wow, does it make these things way better than they ought to be. So to start, we're gonna wanna melt up some butter. They say to do it in the microwave. However, I have the oven preheating behind me, so I'm just gonna place 1 1/4 sticks into an oven-safe container, and I'm gonna heat it up in the oven, and then I'm gonna let it melt down here while the oven is preheating. Okay, we'll just let that do its thing in there. Cool, the oven is hot, so we need to get our 3 eggs. I always like to crack these into a separate container here in case they get eggshells somewhere there ought not to be eggshells. Next, measure out the milk. And a bit ago, I put the butter in the oven so it could melt down fully. I'm gonna pull that out of the oven now and add it to the mixture. It's a little less messy than microwaving it, but microwave works too. Here's the fun secret sauce, a microplane. If you got one of these, great. If you got a cheese grater that can do this real fine, that would work as well. No need to spend a lot of money on tools. This is, oh gosh, about $10 or so. So we're gonna zest the lemon. So we want the lemon peel to go into the batter. That's gonna add so much flavor to this. The easiest way to zest a lemon is just to take your tool, hold it here in your hand like that, and you're just gonna wanna go like that, like so, down the lemon. None of this grating action like that. And there we go, zested lemon. We've got about 1/4 cup there. That's perfect for this mix for the amount of batter. Now is the fun part, mixing this all together. So we've got our dries, we've got the wets. We'll just add them together. So, bam. And then we're gonna toss in this lemon as well so it can get mixed in while we're mixing this. Of course, a silicone spatula is always what I prefer to use, so that is exactly what we're gonna be using here. So you just wanna grab a spatula and kind of mix these 2 together. Nothing crazy, nothing too extravagant. Just don't overmix it because you don't want the gluten to do its thing. You can really smell that lemon coming into its own, really helping to elevate this whole mix here. Oh, so good. About 12 stirs is all we need, just enough so there's no visible flour there. And then to finish this all off, we're gonna measure out a cup of these blueberries here. There we go, that's about a cup, or roughly half of this package here. And go ahead and fold this all together. Just a couple stirs is all it needs. There we go, the batter is ready to go. Real quick, we've got to do that topping. This is super easy. All we need is just roughly a small handful of these walnuts. Move them off into a bowl. And then just grab a muffin pan. Now, if you want these to look a little bit better than the home brewed variety, and you want them to look a little bit more professional, if you check out on Amazon, you can buy these folded binaries. This is what they look like. Just go ahead and place them in the appropriate wells here. And you can pick up like 200 of these things for less than $10. Another pro tip, just use a cookie scoop here, grab some of this batter, and put it in each liner. And there we go. And then the last step here, of course, this delicious topping. So just grab a nice spoonful of that. And there we have it. They are all ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and slide these on into the oven, let them bake 20 minutes, and they'll be good to go. So while the muffins are baking, let's talk about the dehydrated blueberries for a minute and why they don't work. Well, the name should be a dead giveaway. They're dehydrated, which means they have almost no water in them. It's just the blueberries without the water. So as they go in the mix, they suck up the water from the rest of the mix to rehydrate the blueberries. Even if you soak them for like 10 minutes in warm water, like the instructions say to do, still I find they don't add any juiciness to the muffins. And this is bad because it makes the muffins a little bit drier and less flavorful. So by eliminating the freeze-dried blueberries completely and replacing them with either fresh blueberries or frozen blueberries, they add that delicious blueberry pop to the muffins, which is what makes them so delicious. If I didn't know any better, I'd think they came from the bakery down the street, not from a box mix that I bought off the shelf at Trader Joe's. Smells so good. So you can have this. I mean, that looks as uninteresting as, well, watching the batter dry. Or you can have this deliciousness. Oh man, does that look good? Which one would you rather have? Same box mix. Crazy the differences here. Let's grab a plate and see how it compares. The one that follows the instructions on the box mix, well, it's kind of uninspiring, really. How's it taste? Huh. Hold that thought. Really need some water to wash that one down. Dry and flat. I'm much more interested in this one here. Oh, this is going to be a treat. By just swapping a couple ingredients out, you could have this. Well, that's fun. But here's the real thing. Take a look at the difference in the blueberries. This is just crazy. This is the box mix, right? These are the fresh blueberries. It's crazy just how much better the fresh blueberries are. Wow, what a difference. Just some frozen blueberries go so far. These freeze-dried blueberries are not for this mix. So if you're thinking about making some delicious blueberry muffins with a box mix like this Trader Joe's one, highly recommend modifying it just ever so slightly to get a perfect blueberry muffin out of the box that is way better than it has any right to be. I really wish I could share this to the screen there, but unfortunately that technology has not been invented. And if you're interested in other Trader Joe's box mixes, well, maybe check out this video up here where I test their banana bread box mix and try to outdo Trader Joe's at Trader Joe's with Trader Joe's, all with ingredients found at Trader Joe's. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful, helpful, and kind of fun, and I'll catch you in the next one.